Now, some of you guys may have noticed, I'm not as active on these platforms as I used to be, and that just stems from the fact of a couple of things. Number one, the brand new collection of gargoyle geckos we recently got, and then going into what's going to be our biggest year in 2024 and preparing for that, it just doesn't leave me as much time being active on social media that I used to. But even though I'm not as active on social media anymore, it isn't stopping me investing into reptiles. Up until about last month, we kind of... Excuse you. We've been investing quite heavily, and we've got some things that are absolutely going to change the 2024 season and onward. And at this point, we're up to 6 new reptiles, and at this point I feel like that's enough. We gotta talk about them, so let's do that now. As always, we're gonna start things off a little bit slow and then end with a bang. So we're gonna go with stuff that's still cool. It's not like it's not cool. However, it's stuff that I'm like pretty excited about, and then we're gonna end with stuff that I'm like super stoked for. So let's get this started with the 6th reptile. I should probably put that up. Number 6, we have this tiny little lily white baby, an absolutely adorable thing. Now, I know what some of you guys are thinking, Dakota, another lily white? Don't you have enough at this point? I feel like you can never not have enough lily whites. I mean, this one is obviously going to have different genetics and different lines from our other lilies, and it kind of has a funny story behind it. Got this lily white. I had no intentions of purchasing another lily white. Honestly, I was in the boat where I think I have enough lily whites, but hey, you can always use another one. However, my buddy at the show I was at kind of just gave them to me. He gave it to me for like a steal of a deal. I think he was like, yeah, take it now and then just pay me $100 later. So like this lily white that comes with great lineage, great parents, for $100, it came to me at 2.2 grams. Yeah, I'll take that deal. That's a deal I'll take. I don't know anyone that wouldn't want a really rad lily white that you could just have it for $100 and you can pay later. I mean, I don't know anyone that wouldn't take that deal. Little dude, obviously at this young I don't know the sex, but either way I can put it in a frap project, a lily white project, a nice high color project. There's a couple variables depending on what the sex is. Next year we'll find out, and we'll keep raising this guy up until we know, and then put him in the projects when he's old enough. Or she. I don't want to discriminate. Now at number 5 is when things get really exciting. Now, although right now you guys see just a brown gecko and you're thinking to yourself, Dakota, why would you be stoked? Why would you be more stoked about a brown gecko than a lily white? It's because this happens to be a cappuccino. This is going to be a special cappuccino. While most of the ones you see, well, besides the Petco ones, are like the worst looking possible trait of cappuccino, and then people are like, I still got a cap, oh ho ho. Yeah, no one really cares. It's still a shitty gecko at the end of the day. This one is going to be awesome because it is not only a dark-based animal or a dark gecko, it is also going to be a phantom cap, which is something I was really interested in because for a while I actually want to do something different from cappuccino than what most people are doing. The time you guys are seeing they're going to do fraps, they're going to do xanthics, they're going to do super caps up until last year when the super cap market crashed because there's nostril issues and everyone hated you and canceled you if you were breeding super caps, so everyone stopped doing that. Not been seen being done a lot is going to be Dalmatian cappuccinos, having a dark animal with spots, which is funny because a lot of these animals already have spots on them, so why not work it into your project? However, this is going to be a great animal for that. This is going to start off the Cappuccino Dalmatian project, or Cappuccino Super Dalmatian project. We already have some very dark super Dalmatians that would be great for this guy, whether it's going to be a male or female. We have dark females and we have dark males. Either way, it's going to be awesome, and I can't wait to make some dark phantom super Dalmatians. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Now, this is actually only supposed to be my only cappuccino. I had one on hold, however, I just wasn't making the money, this year after the move. It was a huge loss with revenue for us, and I didn't think I was going to be able to afford it. However, I decided to say screw that and let's just get another one. Now, real quick before we continue on with today's video, I just want to give a huge shout out to today's video sponsor, Reptiles. Reptiles is a raw whole food prey item developed specifically for our snakes and lizards. These guys have done a lot of work over the years developing multiple varieties of foods, going from some common ones like the Mega Blend with fruits and veggies for our tegus, or maybe the Omnivore Blend for something like a bearded dragon or blue tongue skink. Heck, you can even get a little bit weird with them. They got flavors like the Bayou Blend, rabbit and quail, or iguana meat. You can feed reptiles to your reptiles. My god, what a time to be alive. Whether you're just tired of seeing rats in your freezer, or maybe you're just trying to up the variety for your special reptile, Reptiles has you covered. Now, if you guys want to get some more information on this, make sure to peep the link right down in the description, and also make sure to use code DBCB at checkout to save on your order. Your boy also gets a small cutback if you do. I very much appreciate it. Let's get back into the video. Before we keep going, I do want to give just a brief disclaimer, because I know some of you guys are probably thinking, Dakota, in this video, weren't you just begging people for money and asking for money to help out with the enclosures for 2024, but you're over here spending thousands of dollars on geckos right now? Like, what's going on? I just want to add some context in here. A lot of these animals were either bought months ago, they were put on hold at the beginning of 2023, some were done with trades, and then some were just given to me for like $100. So I just want to put peace in mind. I'm not out here buying a bunch of reptiles and expecting viewers to just pay for all the enclosures, because I know I'm gonna get some comments about that, I'm sure. Whoa, where are you going? We got me on camera, my dude. Come on. With number 4, this is where things really start getting spicy and extra exciting. Right here, we have a ready-to-breed adult Cappuccino, and to be honest, this is one of the nicer Cappuccinos I've seen. I'm sure it's not the nicest out there, it's maybe not in the top 5, but when it comes to Cappuccinos, most of the time, again, you're gonna see those Petco animals that people are like, it's Cap, see, you see the V there? That means it's Cap, but it just looks like a really shitty flame. Not this one. This looks absolutely awesome. You got that nice creamy partial pinning, that nice color, the dark base, the nice cappuccino look, but it still has some lines to it. It still has some quality in the animal. And the best part about this, it doesn't have spots. 90%, or at least the majority of cappuccinos I see, they are riddled with spots. They have Dalmatian in them. It's not just like 1 or 2 Dal spots. It's like, it's definitely a cappuccino Dalmatian, but with pattern. Not this guy. I haven't seen a single spot on him, which was something I was really looking into, because as the cap market decreases, as you keep producing more and more of these genetics, people are going to start looking for the quality of the lineage inside the animal instead of the mutation itself. I'm really stoked to actually have this animal in my collection. It was something I was actually about to pass up just because I didn't think I was going to make enough money to pay off the loan or pay off the deposit that was on it. However, my buddy, my good friend Richie, ended up taking some trades to lower that value of what the price is. I knocked it out of the park with a couple of shows, and I brought this guy home with a couple of extras from him. Absolutely awesome. He's going to make a huge difference in the 2024 season. Not only have we added Lily White last year, but now we are adding Lily White, Frappuccinos, and Cappuccinos into the 2024 season. I already got some girls ready for him, which you guys... Have I ever showed that girl, actually? Well, let's check it out. I'm gonna be honest with you boys, I don't remember talking about this girl. Now, this girl came from Flora Fauna. It's actually when I originally put the deposit down the Cappuccino. Originally, I had a Lily White in mind that was gonna go great with the Frappuccino that I put on hold, or the cap I put on hold. However, that female actually got sold by another friend of mine. Oh my god. Classic Lily White shenanigans. That one actually got sold, and so my buddy actually gave me this really good deal on this red base, high coverage Lily White. Absolutely beautiful girl. Check out that coloration. And then adding just a different coloration in the base. While we've mostly been doing black bases, now we have red base as well. This girl added with the Cappuccino male we just showed off, that is going to make an absolutely fantastic frap that I cannot wait for. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Did I ever show this girl off? We've had this girl since April, I want to say. Absolutely awesome. I don't really care if they have a tail or not. You know, it's not the biggest deal, because when we're doing breeding projects, a tail doesn't really mean much to me, but that coverage right there, this with that boy, that creamy pinning, that nice dark base with a red base, and the coverage that both of them have, this is going to be an absolutely stunning baby. For number 3, we're definitely going to need to pull out the macro lens on this. This is Yuri's, the Chameleon Gecko. Absolutely awesome. After having a little bit of a rough go in my last show, my buddy Richie was actually talking to me. You know, I love the guy. I always ask him for hips because that's the gecko market goes. He's really made a name for himself out there. He told me, you need to add some variety in your gecko game, Dakota. Everyone does the New Caledonian. You got the Tokes going for you, but it's not enough. You need to add more variety. Which is kind of ironic because I sold off most of my variety in order to really focus in, but now that we have the production that we are going to have for the 2024 season when it comes to the new Cal game, I think we're gonna push a little bit of a break. Maybe some more leechies, because we obviously need more leechies, but so far with the gargoyles and cresteds, I think we're set, at least for a good little bit. This means when it comes to investing into the business and putting back into it, we're gonna start expanding into different species, and the Euros are definitely one I love. I knew about the Chameleon Gecko, but something that I didn't know is I thought they were a display gecko, like most things. You know, most tiny geckos, like day geckos, are super running, they're kind of annoying, they're just a visual pet, not much really interaction. However, when Richie kind of pulled this guy out and he put it on his finger and said, yeah, check it out, like this, I was sold. I had to have it. It's an absolutely awesome dude. I've really fallen in love with not only the beauty of the Chameleon Gecko, but the fact that you can do this with a gecko of this size. If people don't want like these big cages, especially with like crested geckos, even an 18 by 18 by 24 might be a little big, these are going to be the perfect solution. Still a friendly pet, but at a micro size. Absolutely awesome. And although we just have a female right now, of course, I couldn't end the show with just a female. Of course, I had to get a pair. All right, boys and girls, well, number 3 was a female chameleon gecko. Number 2 is a male chameleon gecko. We now will be breeding chameleon geckos in 2024. While this pair is not ready to breed just yet, in about 4 to 5 months, they will be paired and will be ready, kicking off the 2024 season for them. Absolutely fantastic, man. These guys are just so cute and adorable. They just chill on you. And they poop on you too, but it's just like a little speck. It doesn't even really matter, right? Absolutely awesome. While both these guys are actually in temporary enclosures, we have a sponsorship with a new enclosure that we're gonna be checking out here very soon. I believe next week maybe we'll talk about it if I can get around to editing a video for it. But I'm very excited to show that off and show these guys off in their new permanent cages at that time. All right, boys, I'm sorry for the interruption. I just want to talk a little bit real quick about the merch. If you're looking for a great way to support the channel while getting some absolutely badass merch, I mean, just check this out. We got crested in the front, Tokay in the back. Absolutely incredible. But hey, if crested geckos don't float your boat, which I mean, how can they not? But not to worry, we have a bunch of other incredible designs going from geckos, other geckos, well, more geckos. I think there's a chameleon one. If you guys want some more information, the band is right down there. It really helps me out. It helps me keep doing all the full-time stuff that I've been doing, living my dream. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, let's get back to the video. Number 1 is going to be a very special animal, and that's the fact that it's not a gecko. I can't remember the last time I didn't put money towards the gecko business and investing in it. However, this is something I've seen for a long time, and actually stemmed from the fact that I actually pet-sitted someone's blue tree, my buddy's blue tree monitor. Absolutely fell in love with the tree monitors. They are absolutely amazing. However, a price tag of $3,500 for a CB animal, I can't personally justify as a pet when I'm trying to run a full-time business. That money can just be used really well elsewhere. So I got the next thing, something I like to call the poor man's tree monitor. That's actually going to be this tiny little tiny little baby keelback lizard. I'm sure you guys have seen these. It's a little bit flighty. Again, we just got it like a couple of weeks ago. I'm sure you guys have seen these before. They're oh my god, quite popular. An absolutely amazing animal. Right now with this bluish turquoise hue, they actually grow out of that and turn a complete green. I'm sure you've seen them over on Brian Barczyk's channel where his are actually kind of feisty. These are actually going to be a CB source. I got them from Josh's Frogs, an unsexed baby. Great price on it. It was the end of the show. That was a really bad show. No one made any money, so I knew they'd let him go for a good price. I decided, you know what, Dakota? Whoa. A little trickster on me. And I said, you know what, Dakota? Let's spoil yourself for... Oh my god. Feisty. Let's spoil yourself for once, Dakota, and a little treat yourself. Why don't you get a little pet? And so I did. I got a pet keelback lizard. I'm absolutely stoked for these guys. I've seen them. You can really tame them out. I have a few buddies that own them and breed them, and they do absolutely fantastic, and they calm down really well, and I can't wait to do that for this guy right here. And now, of course, this probably won't remain a pet only. I'll probably grow it out, see what the sex is, and then buy the opposite and try breeding them, because I think keelbacks are just a really awesome choice for anyone. They did like this alligator. Oh no. This alligator death roll. I think these guys would make a great choice for people that really want to get into like the tree monitor lizards but just can't get that, you know, again, $2,000, $3,500 price tag depending on what kind you want. I think the keelbacks are a great choice. An awesome little dude. Look, he's trying to calm down. Look at that coloration, dude. The turquoise is absolutely beautiful. Part of me wishes it would stick, but just like greenheads on tegus, they do age out of it. This guy will still become a beautiful green fluorescent color, an absolutely beautiful, stunning reptile that I can't wait to interact with. And then later on these videos, I can just have chilling on me like a calm lizard that I know it can be. Well guys, let me know what you think. What was your favorite animal out of all the ones we showed off today? Personally, it's got to be the keelback for me. Those chameleon geckos are also really cool, but the keelback, man, I haven't had an animal that I wanted like just as a pet in quite a long time. And of course, yeah, we are breeding it. It's something I want to interact with as a pet first. And so I'm really excited for it. It's not something that I'm thinking like straight with a business mind. I'm thinking as just like a hobbyist, just another pet reptile. And that's something that's really exciting for me because it hasn't been that way in a little bit now. Guys, do you want to see some more reptiles we have over here? I recommend this reptile tour right here. It shows off everything. You can see all the cages you see right behind me. Or if you want to check out some more geckos, this playlist for our crested geckos would be perfect. As always, thank you so much for taking the time of your day to follow us over here at Dakota Blue Exotics. I will see you guys next time, but until then, goodbye.